guys, so this is a tutorial video for the MIU YouTube integration that has just recently been put into alpha or beta test that me and several other content creators on YouTube are currently testing for the lovely people over at MIU, or Mix It Up as it's known. And this is the bot. I have it kind of like scanned in so you guys can see the bot in like close up so you can track it through. So obviously this is it booted up, and if you haven't got to this point and you don't know how to download it, there will be links down in the description on where to download the program. Run through the install wizard. Right now, because the YouTube integration is only available for a small select group of people, you won't be able to link YouTube yet, but it is exactly the same as linking it on any other account. You go down to run through the installer and it will get you to a page where it shows the different logins, and you'll see stuff like this. It will show your Twitch, your YouTube, Trovo and Glimish. And for the purpose of this video, I have focused on the YouTube side. As you can see, it is logged into here, and it also asks you to log in a bot. Right now that doesn't work 100%, but again, based on the way YouTube works, it uses a quota system and things don't work 100% of the time. So you have this main area here on the chat page. As you can see at the top, it says chat. You can go to a dashboard, which is like another pop out that you can use. You can clear chat, you can disable it, you can pause commands. But the place we're going to focus first is in the settings, which is up here on the top right hand corner. Click this. It'll bring you over to the general settings page here, and you can set up your settings on this part very easily. You can also set up auto login. You can set up opt out of data tracking. You can set it up for different languages, and if you are a different language speaker other than English, you have quite a few options here. We have Dutch, French, German, Japanese, Portuguese. I don't know what that one is. It's a pseudo, and you can't see it because apparently it's not letting you see it. But it says in the list it has default Dutch, French, German, Japanese, Portuguese, pseudo, Russian, Spanish and Ukraine as I go down the list. And then you have the default streaming platform of choice, and it asks you, do you want YouTube, Twitch, Trovo or Glimish? And obviously for my purposes, as being a YouTube streamer primarily, it will be YouTube. And it also asks you your default streaming software. This streaming software supports all of them that I'm aware of that are integrated with most platforms. That is XSplit, Streamlabs OBS, and for my purpose, OBS Studio. Now, the cool thing about this bot also is that it allows you to control your audio sources as well on where the bot sends certain sounds. My default audio option is as shown here, the system for my TC Helicon Go XLR. And you can customize it. You can have color schemes, background colors and full themes. The full theme I use is called Tacos After Dark. It is blues and reds, because blues and reds are some of my colors. But then when you get into the chat section, you can do all sorts of things as well, which are great, and I love them. You've got save chat event logs, which is picked as you can see. You have the font size. You can set that to anything from 20 pixels here all the way up to something like 72, so it's like super big for those who are harder sight. So it's very accessible aware. You can add separators between messages, so like when it has a different gradient, so you can have like a dark color and then a different color to separate them. You can use alternating background colors for that as well. You can also disable animated emotes if you have a PC that isn't as powerful. I recommend doing that. You can also orientate the way chat flows on the bot as well. So you can have the latest message be at either the top or the bottom. So it's easier for you depending on how your setup is. For me, I use it as it coming in at the bottom. I just look to my left and I can see it. You also have the show message timestamp. which I definitely recommend using. It is absolutely amazing because it will allow you to see when messages come in. If you're on other platforms, they use an API system, but the way YouTube works is it uses a quota system. So the cool thing is that the bot will ping the server for a request to see if there's any chat updates every 5 seconds. So that is why there is only a limited amount of people using the test at the moment, because the quota system that they have is very limited. Until they roll it out for all users and get an unlimited quota, we'll have to wait and see how they do. You can also track whisperers depending on whether you're on a different platform like Twitch where you have whispers. You can track their whisper number. You can also hide the viewers and chat numbers. This is a key thing for all small streamers. You don't need to see how many viewers are in your channel and how many chatters, because that will just affect your mood and your mentality. Turn that off with just a quick simple tick here. You don't need to know. Always expect there to be a million people in your mind, because if you don't know that number, then it ain't going to affect you. You can also hide the chat user list just in case you're getting harassed by someone and you don't want to see the user list. You can just toggle that one off and get rid of it. Then you've also got your stream versatility and ease of use. You can hide deleted messages so they don't show up in your chat feed. You can also hide your bot messages, and you've also got integrations for better Twitch TV emotes and franker face emotes, which do work on YouTube as well as on Twitch. So you can use those. You can also hide a user's avatar, so the little profile picture. You can hide the user role badge depending on the platform you're on. You can have, like, for example, a little monkey wrench if you're on YouTube, or on other platforms it could be a hammer or whatever it is. You can also hide a subscriber badge or specialty badges depending on what platform you're on. Depends on whether they'll have those. For example, on Twitch you have the bits badges. You can hide those as well. And then you can come down into customizing user color names. And because this bot works for all platforms, it allows you to customize it for every single platform that you have access to. So you can use it for Twitch, you can use it for YouTube, you can use it on Trovo, you can use it on GLIMESH, and it will track all of them. And you can set up a bunch of colors for each one. And there's about 18 to 20 colors that are available, and you can actually assign a specific color on the bot's UI to correspond with a different person. So you can have people in your chat who are Twitch affiliates and they'll show up as a specific color, whilst you could have people who are over on your YouTube channel, if you're multi-streaming, show up as a different color as well. So you know whether you're responding to a person from your Twitch chat or your YouTube chat. Then you also have the commands tab on the settings, which will allow you to allow commands to be whispered. If you have a platform where it allows to be whispered, that comes back to Mixer days where we could whisper the bot to run a command so it doesn't flood the chat. You could also ignore your bot account for commands. You can delete chat commands when they're run. You can have a filter for mass gifted, which basically means that if you get X amount of gifted members or subs over on Twitch or any other platform, and it needs to meet a requirement to pop a certain event, and that's pretty much what that does. And you've got your requirement error locks, so if a command breaks on you, you'll be able to track where it is, stuff like that. And you can also Twitch reply to chat message in chat commands as well. You can also do these actions as well. You can hide the actions from the channel editor so it doesn't appear. All these things can be hidden. There are loads of integrations with this bot and I absolutely love it. You also have alerts, so you can notify yourself when people join, show when a follow happens, when a host happens, a raid, subs and resubs, gifted subs, mass gifted subs, Twitch bits, Twitch channel points, Twitch hype trains, Trovo spells, donations, string loot cards, and moderation. And this basically means, again, you can color code it so that whilst you're reading your chat. If an event happens, like an alert, someone's just followed, or you get a raid or a host, it can show up as a different color to what your normal chat is, which is white, and you'll have the different colors, and you can color code them so it's easier for you if you are colorblind to know the difference between chat and an alert, which is another accessibility feature. You also have sounds that you can customize here. It will allow you to have specific sounds go off, which will be able to know when you've been tagged, or if you get whispered, or if the bot disconnects, you can have a specific unique sound go off to notify you so you can correct it. You could also set up regular status for people in your channels, and the bot will automatically run that for you and give them to users who achieve a certain amount of hours in your channel. You can also set up overlays, so if you want to have all of your alerts run through the bot instead of having to use a third-party software like Streamloots or Stream Elements or Streamlabs OBS, you can use this bot to run them all. If you have the files for them, you can just have them on your computer or your streaming PC if you run a 2 PC setup, and have all the overlays run off of your system, so you don't have to deal with a server going down or something like that. It's all run in-house on your end. You can also set up counters, which allow you to have stuff like, for example, here we have death, we have lost, because I am directionally challenged. I get lost in games a lot. I wander off, and either my community has to tell me I need to go back a certain way, or I have someone who's playing with me come and collect me and get me back on the path. I don't get lost. We have broken for when I break something either in game or on stream, and my community likes to track how much I break stuff, because it's kind of a thing with me. I'm gonna break it no matter what. It's what dinosaurs do. And then we also track our PvP wins. So you can set up commands to trigger off of these, and it will allow you to type in the name of the thingy. So you'll just have a trigger go off. You can create a command. If a death happens in the game, you can track it and have a counter go off in chat. You can even create overlays that will work alongside that. You can also set up hotkeys for when you're playing and you want to hit like a clip button and you don't have a stream deck. Using this bot, you can actually set up a replay buffer or a clip system either on Twitch or on YouTube to automatically do these things, all from the bot as well. You also have serial devices, which is like if you're using 2 PCs and you want to have it forward a port to a specific computer, which is very complicated. You don't have to worry about that. It's something I run on 1 PC setup, so I don't use this feature. It is very, very time consuming, and it's, if you are a 2 PC setup user, let me know in the comments and I can run through this at a later date on another video. There is also the advanced thing, which is where you'll find backing up your current settings, restoring your settings, automated settings backup, finding where your backups are located, setting up how often they run and where their folder is, the preview program if you're in that. You can also access where the MIU is installed. Just a helpful tip, do not install it in your program files. It will not create a settings folder or a log folder. You need to put it in a place where it can create all the folders it needs. I would recommend put it in a place like your app data, or put it in your documents folder so it runs off of that, preferably an NVMe or an SSD drive, because it's faster and it has a quicker way of responding. And then you can also rerun the new user wizard whenever you need to. And you could also do diagnostic logging as well, just in case you haven't been any problems. The people in the Discord for Mix It Up are amazing and they're super helpful, and it's just great. Or if you're having a problem and you just want to delete your settings and start fresh, you can just delete all your data settings and do that. That is basically the settings of the run through, and in the next video we'll go through commands and we'll go through linking services and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was super helpful. Give it a like, comment, and share it out to content creators and helpful people, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.